It all happened so quickly. Branded and banished, I was taken away from my home overnight. Never fought back. Part of me even believes that I was destined for this fate. And what dawned on me was the scariest thought. That deep down, I belonged to a more terrifying species beyond the human society. Well, that's cute. Hello? A messy-looking brunette enters the door. He has a dazed look, even appearing high. Actually, he probably is high. Yeah, he's high. Can I help you? Let's see. You know who I am? I'm supposed to live here. This is my house now! A little out of pocket there. Oh, now that I think about it, I remember now. You're the one my landlord mentioned that's moving in today, aren't you? I'm not a human. Yes, I am. I'm not a human. Yes, but who's to say I'm not also a monster like everyone else? A little random. Who are you trying to convince? Anyway, you can come in. It's a bit messy, though. You're right. You're a little, yeah, I don't mind it. Just a little experiment gone wrong. The usual. The usual. We have no choice but to accept that strange answer. Rumi finally steps inside the house. Oh, snazzy place. Inside the house, there are many books, gadgets, and potion bottles lying around. Some lying close while others lie empty. There is a sneaking suspicion that some, if not all of these potions have been digested by the brunette. Those things? Oh, they're just harmless souls floating around. I also found it odd how they don't appear anywhere else but in my house. Oh well, they haven't killed me in my sleep yet. Right, well, thanks again, I guess, for letting me stay here. Kinda had no choice. My landlord got a pretty sweet deal from the human society to have you housed in this neighborhood. So a human on a 6-month probation moving into the monster society. What's all that about anyway? What's it to you? Is it that important to know about? Okay. Touchy subject. I know. Well, guess it doesn't matter in the long run, so long as it doesn't come back to bite me. Name's Damon, by the way. Damon Guldur. And you? I'm Rumi. I'm not human. I'm Rumi. I'm Rumi Ulrich. Damon, can I ask you a question? Sure. What's up? Are you human? Are you aware of the demographic for Grimtown? I know it's the biggest town in this region for monster inhabitants, so yeah, I've got a pretty decent idea. Apparently you committed some huge crime back in the human society, so you got brought here as punishment or something, with claims of you being a witch. What I'm getting at is, I'm all surprised that you're worried about me being a monster when you're practically infamous here. Even monsters know of me? Here? Oh no. The entire town, in fact. Wouldn't be so surprised if our neighboring region, Vampire Dom, does too. Gasp, gulp, gasp. Hey, calm down. It's not a big of a deal, really. I'm just kidding. Mostly. Please, do you have a bag? Any kind. Please! Yeah, I think so. Hold on. Damon hurries out of the living room, returning with a brown paper bag. The room is immediately filled with the sound of paper crinkling at a controlled pace. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. You alright? I really didn't mean to cause all that. Thanks a lot. I'm really sorry about that. After a while, Rumi finally comes down. Sorry, I usually handle myself better than this. But for the entire monster society to know what I've done, this is terrible. I'm not gonna be alive for much longer here. Hey, nothing's gonna happen to you. Look, I swear it. You're pretty much safe here. Even my landlord guarantees it. You're laying low for your probation, right? Then you'll be out of town and back to your own society in no time. Right. Why didn't you get settled upstairs? There's a room for you to your left. It's the only clean one anyway. Guess I should clean around here. Actually, oh man. Damon has already walked off and Rumi is left all alone. Alright, His thoughts are still with him. As nice as he is, he never answered my question about him being a monster. I don't feel like pestering him, though. Something about him feels off. Maybe there are some clues around here. I'm sure he won't mind if I looked around. Alright, what about the floating bottles? Damon went down that way earlier. I assume that's where the kitchen downstairs bathroom are. Don't want to bother him right now, though. What? Can't I say anything about the bottles? A portrait is a mansion. I wonder if it's just for aesthetic or if Damon's familiar with it. I'm gonna click on the couch. I'm not really in the mood to sit, but it's a nice couch. The pillows are pretty deep indents. Damon must lay here often. What about the side table? Just a small table. Feels like something's supposed to be on there. Maybe it got moved elsewhere. What about the window? The window is large, kind of extravagant in a way. Is Damon the kind of person that is into expensive things? It doesn't seem like it. It has a nice view, but the sky is always so dark. Is there really nothing else you can look around? What about the painting? Portraits of mansion. Wonder if it's just for aesthetic or if Damon is familiar with it. There's nothing else for me to look at. What about the table? There's a coffee table. Not much on it. There's an odd colored stain on it. Must be from his potions. Guess that's all I'll learn about my new home and Damon. I shouldn't linger for too long. I need to get settled in. After unpacking, Rumi spends the next few hours in his room. He eventually heads downstairs, turning on the main light to occupy the living room. I'm so distracted by my book that I didn't keep track of time. Damon's probably already in bed. I'm not really in the mood to eat. What do? I should eat anyway. I just said I wasn't hungry. I'm not even sure if I want to know what's in the fridge. I should get some water at least. After fetching himself a cup, Rumi occupies the couch and resumes reading from his book. This book always helps calm me down. I feel a little better about my situation here. Strange how I found it out of nowhere. Back home, it was a terrible idea to read it, considering what happened that day. But I know that means there's a lot more to this book, so I can't really regret it. Rumi continues to read for another short while. I'm getting really comfortable. A little sleepy too. I should head to my room before I... come. Sure! Come close. Again? You want me to come again? I don't know if I can go that fast, fam. Alright. Who's there? Come now. But I just came. Why? No! Oh my god. What's going on? Who's looking at me? Who's staring at me? What's watching me? In a trance, Rumi shuts his book and rises from the couch. He quietly treads down the hallway, stopping in front of the door. The door is open, revealing a set of stairs that lead down into a dark, narrow path. As the book in his hand glows brighter, he begins to descend down the stairs. Gradually, darkness engulfs his dazed form, save for the distant light of his book. Soon, he stops in front of a strange door with unique symbols engraved into the wood. His hand comes up to the golden doorknob. Rumi. Rumi. Rumi! Rumi! Was that post-nut clarity? What just happened? There you are. You look awake now. I didn't know you sleepwalk. Oh, it's sleepwalking? There's no way. I don't even know how I ended up here. Isn't that sleepwalking? Rumi ignores him, looking back over to the door he ended up in front of. Where are we? I've always assumed it was the basement. I've never been able to get in, nor has my landlord. We think it was some old seal the last owner had made to preserve whatever's in there. It hasn't killed anyone, so I never bothered with it. What? Way more comfortable snooping around while I'm asleep. No, I swear, I just can't explain it. Can you explain the book then? Rumi jolts, now noticing just how bright the symbols on his book were. Wait a second. These symbols on my book. Rumi holds the book up in front of him, quickly glancing between the door's surface and the book's cover. This must be the key. You're kidding. Wait, where did you even get that from? I knew it. I knew there was more to this book when I first found it. You found it? Okay, hold on. Because earlier today, you were panicking up a storm, and now you're ready to explore some random could-be basements? They're really weird. I just feel comfortable. It's as if I'm the closest to home that I've ever been, and that's what scares me. It must have something to do with this book. I've always wanted to understand the mystery behind it. Sheesh, I can barely understand anything right now. I think that book is... You think that book's some sort of key? Okay, fine. It'll be nice... It'll be a nice change to see my own basement for once, so lead the way. Alright, let's see. With a final exhale, Rumi hesitantly raises the book to the door. The symbols on the book and the door glow brighter until a click is heard. With a thumping heart, Rumi palms and squeezes the handle of the door. The knob turns. What's in the door? Oh, it's a loading screen. Good. Oh, man. This place. It can't be. It's just like in a book. Why is there an entire restaurant under this house? This isn't just some restaurant. It's the Cryptic Cafe. Rumi could feel something brewing within his chest. The squeezing sensation grew, yet he tries to fight it off. I read it in the Book of Sins, and it makes sense why you don't know, or anyone. One of the pages mentions that this was a private cafe for the 7 sinners to meet on occasions. God of Death was among them. I don't understand. Why is it in your house, and why does it appear to be abandoned now? You lost me at 7 sinners. If you said I was sleepwalking, how did I know to come here? The voice I heard. That was... Rumi! My heart rate is skyrocketing like crazy. What's happening? Before he could speak, Rumi collapses onto his knees. He grasps at his own chest. Can't breathe! Sheesh, I knew this was a bad idea. Hold on. Wait! The book! You don't have time for that. Rumi's vision was already fading by the time he felt himself being lifted. Damon's voice had become nothing more than background noise. Foolish human. I've gotten a good look at you. Sleep now, for it shall be the last you rest at ease. But you told me to come! You told me to come! Oh, good. You're awake. For a human, you're pretty scary. Are these panic attacks of yours a common thing, or? It's never gotten that severe before. I'm usually able to handle them pretty well, but what happened down there? It was as if my entire body was being rejected. Well, it's obvious, isn't it? Yay! It's the Reaper Jew from like another game. I don't even remember that game anymore. Neither of you belong to that cafe, especially humans. Who are you? I don't remember having another roommate. As if that's up for you to decide. I should be asking what you two are doing inside of my house. Damon pays the bills? Like, ask him! Hey, don't bring me into this. No worries. I'll thank you for keeping up with the renovations. Apparently, the moment I kicked the bucket, the greedy landlord was just eager to sell my house away, eh? Listen here, you leeches. I didn't return from my slumber just to run a hotel. So in order to keep myself from killing you both, we're gonna have a proper chat. Sound fair? After everyone is settled, both parties are able to understand the housing issue. There was a housing issue? In Monster Town? Okay, so let me get it straight. You've built and lived in this house for centuries. Then about 100 years ago, you kicked the bucket and the landlord got a hold of your house shortly after. Damon bought your house 2 years ago, but now you're back and want to claim it back. Yeah, well, can we at least wait until morning to pack our stuff? Pack what up? Everything in this house belongs to me. Even my clothes? Hold on, something isn't right. What is it? The house was put up for sale 2 years ago. He died in this house. He died and had his house taken 100 years prior to the sale. So it took a couple of years. Big deal. If you add it up, it was 102 years ago. And the Book of Sin's last page was dated 102 years ago. And we can't forget that beneath the same house is the Cryptic Cafe. Huh. You're emo! I know he's the god of death, but I'm gonna go with... I don't know what's funnier. Batman, emo, god of death. Oh, you're Batman! So I'm not the only one who's half asleep. Yeah, close enough. If what you're referring to is the Grim Reaper, then yes, I am the god of death. I've been refraining from revealing myself, but now that you know, I will kill you. Hold on! Yeah, have you just been dead this entire time? You were actually serious about that. Yeah, hard to imagine a death god dying on a whim. I will be more specific. Let's say I was in something more of a coma, in which my soul had been reconstructing itself back together. As a god, there are only so many ways to get rid of me. Seems that my murderer had the idea, yet poorly executed it. Someone tried to kill you. Now that I got a question. I've been in Grimtown all my life, and I'm only now discovering that our region's god is you. You'd think we'd get a portrait of you or something in our books, or at least a statue. Come to think of it, I never saw a portrait or description either in my book. My book? God, I left it in a cafe! Oh, you mean this? Grim holds up the Book of Sins. And for your information, this is my book. What's with you people and claiming dead people's belongings? You look pretty alive to me. I don't feel like trauma dumping, so I'm gonna keep this brief. Whoever killed me must have also had something to do with my presence no longer being recognized by today's society. The only way I could confirm this is by regaining my powers with the 7 sins. And since you two disturb my slumber, it's only fair that you become my We just stumbled into your basement! We woke you... Look, okay, hold on. We didn't just wake you up. We brought you back from a coma. And you expect us to serve you? I know you're a god, but how much of an egomaniac are you? What kind of trait is that? You lost me again at 7 sins. I'm still a bit cranky, so why don't we all save this for the morning? I will allow you to continue to breathe the air of my home. In exchange, you will help me with this little mystery case. Ooh! Great. I'll see you two bright and early then. The death god disappears within a black, hazy mist. Rumi and Damon are left to gawk at what they had just experienced. So, went to sleep and pray this was all a dream? Look, I know we just met, but I'm a little worried about you. You know, for your whole, panicking habit thing. Are you gonna be alright on your own tonight? I think I'll just die. That's a little much. Demon, you mentioned that you didn't know about Grim, despite living your entire life here. Does this mean that the entire monster society has not forgotten their god, but forgot about Grim? You still think about all that? The Book of Sins. It was about the 7 sins of old Grimtown. The story was told in one of the sins' point of view, Sloth. What of it? I think Grim wrote that book. He must be Sloth. If that's the case, what happened to the other sins? And who was that voice I heard earlier? Damon had fallen asleep, standing upright. I don't know how Damon does it, but maybe he has the right idea. There's no use staying up thinking about it. Maybe I'll have my questions answered tomorrow. First things first, let's get him to bed. Well. Oh, loading screen. Of course. Yeah, totally. What? Was that my alarm? What just happened? I heard a huge explosion. Good morning. What happened to you? Why do you look high already? Just working on some potions. You mean to tell me that was you? Isn't that dangerous? Rumi starts to look around after noticing some debris. Is it? Seems pretty normal to me. I'll clear it all up when I'm done. Watch your step. Some glass bottles are lying around. There's a hole in the wall! To think my host turned out to be a potion-crazed maniac. Good morning. Ah! I completely forgot about last night. What's the matter? You look like you've seen death. He just gets overwhelmed pretty easily. How pathetic. I like it. You guys are being way too familiar after what just happened last night. And there's a hole in the wall! One, I believe your friend is just too high to care about. And two, pipe down, would you? I've dealt with bigger disasters. With a swift motion of Grimm's hand, the once destroyed wall reverts back into shape, as if it had never been broken. Whoa, it's pretty cool. Well, no, Damon, the strange deaf god just used magic to fix the wall. Isn't that weird enough? Yeah, I've seen weirder in this town. Still suspicious of the homeowner. Well, I did promise to explain everything today, didn't I? Come on, ask me anything. I never lie. What happened in the cafe? Who was that voice? Who was that voice? These are both good questions. What happened in the cafe? What happened in the cafe? It's as I said, humans are not supposed to be in there. Your kind cannot handle the pressure of the monstrum atmosphere. Of course, I hadn't predicted that a human would be in possession of my book after beckoning you into the cafe. Wait, you mean that was your voice? Come now, we're past that. I'm the one who's bewildered. Just how did you get your hands on my book? A better question! Why did you ask me to come? A little inappropriate, we haven't even met! I'm sorry, I'm still on that. Gah! I found it. Liar. I'm not lying! What's so special about the book anyway? You embarrassed or something? The only people who can access my books are the Sins themselves. Neither of you should be able to even see it. That is why I do not believe you, so I'm going to prove a theory of mine. You two, come with me to the cafe. Huh? No way! You say humans can't handle the kind of pressure. You're correct. So, come along. Do not make me repeat myself. Well, I guess we're down to cafe. It feels good to be back. Is Dev secretly like a bartender or something? It's something I'm wondering about. I got a bad feeling about this. Rumi? My heart's already racing. I can't take it. I can't take it. Leave him be. You two are the key to restoring my powers. Once all of the 7 sins are united, my status will return. And it seems that 2 of them are already in here. Glutton and lust. What? I'm just as confused as you are. You two are not them, and yet I can sense their souls inside of you. Rumi suddenly collapses, no longer able to withstand the thick atmosphere of the cafe. Rumi! Hey, what are you doing to him? You think I'd waste my time toying around with a human? You should be more concerned about yourself. Oh! Hey! What is going on here? What is this? Yo! Rumi! Damon! Let's play together. Damon. Wait, Rumi! Snap out of me! It's me! Huh? What are you struggling for? Don't you wanna play with me? Rumi! Oh, color me up, Grim Daddy! Oh no! Ah! Down, boy. Hey! You're gonna kill him! That's the point. There we go. Did you? Lost Soul is the one I just choked out, not Rumi. Your friend should be in possession of his body now. What? What just happened? Damon, why are you backing away from me? You don't remember what happened. Huh? No, hold on. Something's up. What am I wearing? It's just as I figured. Lost Soul is a part of you. So by allowing Lost Soul to take over, you can handle this atmosphere after all. You mean I'm being possessed? Did something happen just now when I was blacked out? Nothing serious. Don't worry about it. In fact, don't even think about it. I doubt that when you're back away from me even more. That's about as much as I know. I'm just now finding out that the 7 sins have apparently perished. This doesn't mean that regaining my powers would be futile. So long as we find the others who are carrying the other 4 souls of the sins, it should work out just the same. So we're really just gonna have to accept that we're haunted by old buddies. I'm not gonna turn into some maniac too, am I? Someone tell me what happened already! Not at all, Demon. You are a monster. So the cafe's atmosphere isn't adding any pressure for Glutton's soul to intrude any further. Rumi's weak human soul, on the other hand, is much easier to take control of. So, it isn't surprising to see just how easy it'll be for Lust every time Rumi experiences the initial shock of the atmosphere. So, every time he comes down here, he has to get choked out or something. Until Rumi learns to take control of Lust's soul, yes, that would be the only way of taming him in the meantime. What's a... tame? Choke? You choked me? Okay, I know that's not a tone. Just hear me. Okay, don't hear me out. I'll fix it. You choked me? Ah, well, at this rate, we better get started with solving everything. And I've got just the solution. This cafe was once a safe space for myself and the other sins. It'll be impossible for me to track down the others around the world. So, we are going to make them come to us by opening this cafe up to the public. None of us know the first thing about running an entire cafe. Well, you were certainly dressed the part. It's not obvious. You do not know how to run a cafe, but Lust and Glutton do. With their souls possessing you, I'm sure it'll come naturally. So, there's no other way around this. I can't really juggle 2 jobs. You have a job? Yeah, sure. No need to help out. I'll just go ahead and just slaughter you 2 instead. Hold it! We'll do it! If this means you'll be restored, that also means we won't be possessed anymore, right? Sure. Now, let's get to planning. A week of preparation go by for the cryptic cafe's opening. Can you believe it? It's already been a week, and now, the big day is here. Why are you talking as if we haven't done most of the work? The amount of books I've read to learn how to manage a cafe. Oh, my eyes. Hey, I did stuff too. I had to use a little magic I had left in me to make the cafe visible to the outside world. I practically destroyed a legacy. My friends must be cursing me from their graves. Isn't it sad though, finding out that all your friends are, well, gone? Death is a part of life. You expect me to burst into tears. But from the way you wrote in your book, it sounded as if you held them dearly to you. If it reassures your fragile little human heart, I do plan to solve this murder mystery for their sake. Clearly, they aren't resting in peace if their souls are still lingering in this world, searching for revenge. It isn't good for them, nor is it good for the innocent who are being possessed by their souls. I suppose. Is he really that indifferent to the death of his friends, or is there more of it? If that's all, let's head down to the cafe to prepare for the grand opening. Are you sure putting up flyers a week before opening was a good idea? Yeah, I seriously doubt the other 4 sins will just waltz in tonight. Of course not. But if there's one thing I'm sure of, is that the cafe has always been the sins' safe space. One way or another, their souls will find a way to linger here. Don't believe me? 3 of us are already standing before each other. I still find it odd how, like, death is practically carrying Sloth's soul. Or, like, Sloth is death itself. Kinda strange. Since we've got half an hour before opening, let's go over your duties. Let's see. I gotta go out looking like this? Yeah, let's hear it. Now, your friend Damon is going to help me with dishes. Since he's already got an idea of monster cuisine, you'll be in charge of waiting tables. Sweet. No goofy costumes. Don't rub it in. As for you, Rumi, lust was natural when it came to charisma, so don't worry about playing into the role. Some good can come out of letting lust have a certain amount of control over you. At your discretion. Does this mean I get to be feral? But what if I'm not strong enough? I blacked out yet again when we came down here. It's hard. I can only do so much for you. The rest is up to you. Yeah, might want to keep an eye on that. Last thing we need is a customer getting harassed. Seriously, what did I do to you last week? There's a distant sound of murmuring and footsteps by the door. People can come into the basement from the outside? Ta-da! I created an underground stairway that leads to the cafe. Told you I put in as much work into this as you guys. You're really serious about this. Cheers to the grand opening night. Cheers! Cheers. Well, is this where the minigame begins? Do I get to have like a waiting minigame? Is that what's gonna happen? I must say, this cafe is one of a kind. It's been a pleasure getting to know more about the world below the heavens. It is an honor to serve an angel. I've never seen one before. I mean, it's been a long while since I am a monster too. Well, anywho, I know this must be an odd request from a stranger. However, if a certain black-haired angel whose demeanor is, to put it bluntly, depressing, will you let me know? Huh? I've been searching for someone for many years. It's rumored that he resides in Grimtown. And with how popular this cafe has already been, I'm hopeful I may run into him through here. So please, continue your success with this cafe, and perhaps then, I will find the one I am looking for. Suddenly, Rumi feels an unnecessary amount of pressure placed onto his shoulders. Of course! Thank you. Then, I'll be off. Wow, you guys are doing so well. Good job. Good job, everyone. Good job, everyone! Rumi's been a little off, hasn't he? For a human who's possessed by a monster and all, it's quite impressive how well he's handling it. He must be fighting real hard in there. I've no doubt in the future, he'll get a better grasp of lust possession. I'd chat more later, but this cafe isn't going to clean itself. Grim disappears off to God knows where, as usual. I bet he left all the dishes for me to clean. Oh, I'll help you clean them once I finish up in the dining area. Rumi, you're still there, right? I mean, I'm not talking to Lust, am I? The cafe door rings, interrupting the two. A pink-haired man in a large, witchy hat enters the cafe and approaches him. Hey, it's cute! Hello! We're closed, unfortunately. You can come back tomorrow night. That's a shame. I just recently heard news of the cafe opening. That's alright with me. Just being able to look around is nice. Such unique structure. There isn't an atmosphere in Grimtown quite like this one. Right? Can you look around tomorrow? You gotta clean up. So pushy. You shouldn't be so rude to potential customers, you know. After all, they might just push back. Oh! Hot! Very hot! Rumi! I wouldn't take a step closer if I were you. I do promise to take it easy on your friend, so long as you can answer one simple question of mine. Where is the Book of Sin? What? You must either be a good actor or you truly are oblivious to the subject of my request. But I know better than to look elsewhere. I know it is around here, somewhere, and one of you are aware of it. I will not leave without it. But we really don't know. Grim! Huh? Hey, we probably shouldn't rat him out like that. No, Grim, he's... I would advise you to unhand him if I were you, greedy witch. Ooh! What? Cute? Ray Delacroix, you are under arrest. Unhand the innocent, lest you end up with more charges under your belt. Ah, are we going through the cycle again, Prince Eris and Akebi? Spare us the familiarity, Ray. Right. I'll play this little game of yours yet again. Alright, you caught me yet again. Shall I present my wrists for the cuffs? Be gentle now. I know how rough you vampires like to get. I'll show you rough. Okay, B, stay right there. Father put me in charge because of your temper, remember? The shorter blonde ended up stalking off for a more secluded part of cafe. Does anyone want to explain? My apologies. It's best that we do not continue things here. However, this also means that we will need to take you both in for questioning. Questioning? Oh, come on. I just want to clean and go to bed. Yes, Aries. Don't be so stingy. I am not above cutting you right now, Ray. Please be quiet. To put it briefly, Ray Delacroix is a runaway witch from our kingdom, Vampiredom. There has been some rumors of a dangerous human residing in Grimtown. I wouldn't put it past Ray to be in contact with them. Dangerous human? Does he mean... all these terrible assumptions about me? Runaway? Siding with danger? Besides, you are in Grimtown, not Vampiredom. Surely you are aware that you cannot arrest citizens of this town without consulting its government? That is ridiculous! Do you expect me to believe that you are a confirmed resident of this town? Shall I humor you? Very well, I'll bite. You can't be serious. We did not travel all the way from our kingdom just to let him taunt us out of this arrest, Eris. Who cares about the etiquette of this godforsaken town? We're taking him back now! And yet, another conflict within this region. We have too many enemies as it is. This does not mean Ray's arrest is futile. We simply have to go through a different route. Even if it means allowing Ray to be free a while longer. How merciful. Shut your mouth! Never gets old chatting with you two. Besides, I still have business to attend to. I assure you, the little bunny and his helper will be fine. Yep, everything seems fine. You know what? I would actually freak out. Yeah, everything seems fine. If what we saw earlier was fine, then I will assume you two are acquainted. Quite. Kibby and I will be off for now. We will be meeting with the law enforcement of this town. Yes. Have fun. It appears that a conflict has been delayed for another day. There will still be time before everyone goes their separate ways. Perhaps it wouldn't hurt to chat for a bit. Chat with Ray Delacroix, Eris Atsuyu, Akebi Atsuyu. Ray Delacroix! Huh? Were you gonna kill me? Are you the good guy? You really are the naive one, aren't you? You should know, however, that I am a witch. I tend to do things that only benefit me. Take what you will out of that. Guess that's as much as I'll know about this guy. If he's getting chased by those two vampires, surely he's done something terrible. What if I talk to Ray again? Huh? Were you trying to kill me? Oh, heavens, no. I am flattered you think that. I was pretty convincing, wasn't I? Clearly, I'll have to go about this in different ways since we've got the law involved now. What a shame. You should know, however, that I am a witch. I tend to do things that will benefit me. Take what you will out of that. Guess that's as much as I'll know about this guy. If he's getting chased by those two vampires, surely he's done something terrible. let's talk to Eris. Or, actually, let's talk to the little guy, alright? Akebi. He keeps glaring ahead at the wall. I wonder what he's thinking about. I don't think I should disturb him. I'll talk to him anyway. Hello? Okay, he definitely doesn't want to be bothered. Let's talk to Eris. What did Ray do? I'm afraid that is confidential, but you must not stay in contact with him. He is dangerous. Of course, it's up to you whether or not you'll take my advice, so let me introduce myself. I'm Eris Atsuyu. My brother, Akebi, and I have come from Vampiredom on a search order for Ray Delacroix. While I would like to answer more of your questions, we must keep this conversation short. There's much to be done, and knowing my brother, he must be getting terribly impatient with me. Looks like Damon and I are about to get involved in something more complicated than I thought. Where's Grim when you need him? Alright, let's go, Akebi. Make sure to stop by tomorrow after doing your detective work. You... Akebi? Ugh. Akebi swiftly turns to march out the door, closely followed by Eris. So, is that it? Anyone else want to hold us up? Well, I suppose I've overstayed my welcome. You held Rumi hostage. Let's just say we got off on the wrong foot. You two don't know what I'm looking for, so why must I persist, I will take my leave. I promise. The mysterious pink-haired man disappears outside the cafe, leaving Rumi and Damon to question the entire encounter. After a long hour cleaning up, Rumi and Damon return upstairs. What's up? You got a funny look on your face. To be honest, there's a lot running through my mind after what just happened. Right, that was a lot. Hopefully we don't run into them again. Sounds exhausting. Grim just disappeared that night as well. Did he know they were coming? Guess we'll find out whenever we bump into him again. You know, answer my question from before about being a monster, but I guess I already have my question answered. Ah, yeah, I forgot. Is that really important though? It's just, I wouldn't wish it upon myself, but this soul thing would be so much easier to handle if I was also a monster. Hey, line up. Who knows? Maybe there's another human out there with being possessed like you. You're kind, but I hardly doubt it. Humans and monsters rarely interact. Our societies have been super strict when it comes to outsiders of different species. And yet, the human society has no problem sending you off over here. Anyway, we should rest up for tomorrow. No doubt. Grim's probably gonna bother us until we figure out this whole murder mystery plot. Yeah, good call. What is it? Nothing, it's just... I sing you like this again. Anyway, I'm off to bed. Night-night. Night-night. They're so adorable. Frick, I absolutely love them. They're just so cute. God. Later that night. Where is he? It's nearly been 3 hours. What is it, OQ? Nothing. Before the other man could press further, the sound of a door opening interrupts him. There you are! What have I told you about showing late to our meetings? It's the third time. I'm at my limits with you. Be more forgiving, won't you, Nigel? I've had quite a few road bumps to get myself out of. You're lucky you're still of use to me. Speaking of which, what have you gathered? I'm sure you already know, but since you would like for me to confirm it for you, yes, the Grim Reaper has returned. And? Anything else worth mentioning, obviously? Have you spoken with Grim, or perhaps ran into anyone else notable? Nope, I only came to do my job. A cold silence swallows the room before Nigel stalks off. Goodness, it seems he gets more of an attitude every day. You're starting to hide things from him. Huh? Is there something that he can't know? You're usually not this secretive, but even I could tell something was off. You're as bad as him. Oh, please, do not compare me to Markhaven. I have my own agenda. He's practically an open book, on the other hand. Gosh, am I that popular amongst you all? Isn't it exciting, though? After all these boring months, you finally bring something interesting to the table. Please, you are only here for the entertainment of it all. Sure am. Ashamed Nigel still won't let me turn this into a reality show. Imagine the views you'd get. Oh, please don't do that. So, where's this god of death anyway? I would just love to interview such a figure. You know, Nigel doesn't like it when we meddle with his affairs. This is strictly between him and Grimm. Party pooper. Oh, please. If it were that private, he wouldn't need to hire us to do his dirty work. If he could, he would have done it himself. He'd trust us. Wow, how do those boots taste? Alright, let's drop it before OQ blows a fuse. Aw, but it's rare to see him this riled up. I'm right here, you know. And to answer your question, Mark, even stop by my bakery tomorrow afternoon. There's still some unfinished business I must tend to right now. Huh, I've got a game show to host tomorrow. Quit scheduling things on your free time. Okay, I'm warning you now. Whether or not you're meddling with Nigel's plans, I'm being serious. He won't like it. Oh, would you quit your worrying? You needn't concern yourself. Speaking of that guy, where is he? Didn't he plan the meeting? You two were terribly late. He already left. Hey, it's not my fault. I have a job. Maybe that'll give him a hint to look for one too. He probably has a sugar daddy. No more bad-mouthing Nigel! Well, if that's all, I'll be heading off then. Ta-ta! Farewell, you two. It's not that I want to defend Nigel. Of course he's using us. I just don't want anything bad to happen to anyone. So long as we continue to work together, I will be able to complete my personal mission as well. I've earned 5 Grimleys for completing the... What? Anyway, that was SINxHOLIC. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to play this game for yourself, which I really recommend you do, I actually really did enjoy the story. It was very light. I kind of really enjoyed it. It's like one of those like fluffy feel-good stories with a dark twist, which I absolutely love. Link to the game will be in the description below. But anyway, I will be back once the game has like more chapters out. But in the meantime, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a lovely rest of the day. And as always, I'll be seeing you in the next video. This is Lion, signing off. Ciao.